Fifth line, you may not remember me, but I remember you. I actually played most of my career on the fifth line, so we have that in common. It's great to be back here in Columbus, and even better to be back here nationwide. You guys really are the most loyal fans, and we're grateful to have you. It's an absolute honor to be speaking here tonight. I look around and think of all the players and teammates that could be here, and still don't know how I was put in this group of hockey greats. Doug McLean, for example. Doug actually drafted and coached Rick and I. It's great to see Doug, but to be honest, when I heard he'd be speaking before me, I just assumed he'd take up all the time and I wouldn't get a chance to say anything, so. Hitch, great to see Hitch, one of the great minds of our game. Hitch gave me the best seat in the house most nights to watch Rick play. Usually on the bench or up in the press box right up there. It's great to see you again, Hitch. But on a more serious note, Mr. McConnell and your family, on behalf of all the players that got to wear the Blue Jackets jersey, thank you. What you and your family have done for this team, organization, and city is remarkable, and we're all lucky to be a part of it. JD, Yarmo, Mike, what you guys do behind the scenes to continue to improve this team and organization is incredible. Things I never realized as a player. So thanks for allowing me to be a small part of it. Bowler, I got to keep this PG, so I'll just say congratulations. Just as you did as a player, you protect and teach these guys how to be pros. It's great to see you killing it. Finally, quick shout out to our alumni. I think we have close to 20 local alumni now, with most of them working in hockey in some capacity. So that's great for our local program. Jody Shelley has taken the lead of the alumni, so hopefully we will see you at some local alumni events real soon. Well, Nasher, I tried to kill as much time as possible talking about other people, but I guess at some point I should say a couple things about you. You truly are a professional. I look back at all the years that we played together and try and find some way to embarrass you, but it's just impossible. I did find these, though. I don't know if that was a Nickelback phase or what's going on. And then, is this a Backstreet Boys with the frosted tips? Great shirt, Doug. And then I don't know what's going on here. The year Nasher won the Maurice Richard Trophy, I was lucky enough to live with him. I saw firsthand the pressure and constant demand he had. Every other day, he was doing interviews, visiting hospitals or schools, or having to sign thousands of pitchers or pucks to help grow the game locally here in Columbus. And every time he was asked to do something, the answer was always yes. One summer, my brother was asked to put together a charity hockey game in Barrie, Ontario. So he called and asked if Rick and I would come and help him out. In other words, he was asking me to ask Rick if he would take time out of his summer vacation to play in a charity hockey game with politicians and local celebs. Rick, being Rick, of course agreed. And because of that, the inaugural game was a huge success. It's since gone on to raise millions for charities, and that wouldn't be the case without his help. This is just one of the many things that Rick has done that you've probably never heard of. He's one of the most thoughtful and caring guys. He's one of the most thoughtful and caring guys. In planning for tonight's event, I even asked him if there was anything he wanted included that would make the night even more special. After forcing him to give me something, he came up with two things. He said, find a way to include a certain song. Great. So I brought that up at our next meeting. It was immediately shut down because of copyright issues. -1. Tough start. Been there before. Secondly, he said, just keep it short. You know what it's like sitting on the bench for that long? Which I immediately replied, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what it's like to sit on the bench for that long. Just ask Hitch. But for once, we're going to appreciate you. That's Rick, always thinking of everyone else. The funny thing about Rick is if you walked into his house, you'd have no idea he won all these accolades. 2 gold medals, silver stick, all-star jerseys, 6 all-star jerseys, a number of different community awards, and a Maurice Richard trophy. Nowhere to be found. Most guys would have an office or a basement to show everything off. but not Rick. So for once, I'm excited he's going to receive something he can't hide away. Nasher, it's been an honor to play with you, and even better to watch you grow. I've seen the good days and the tough days, the ups and downs, the trades, the injuries, but you're still the great person and teammate today. You always told me Columbus would be home. Now it's official. On behalf of all your teammates, family, and friends, thanks for allowing us to be a part of the ride. We're all so proud of you. No one is more deserving to be the first ever Blue Jacket raised to the rafters. Congratulations, brother. You earned it.
Well, we have kept him waiting long enough. It's time now. Let's hear from the man of the night at forward, number 61, your captain, Rick Nash.
Thank you. It's been 19 years, 4 months, and 23 days since I stepped on this ice for my first time in front of you. That night, I scored my first goal, and I heard that roar that I just heard, and I've missed it so much. Thank you. I'm going to try to keep this short because there is a hockey game tonight. I want to thank Patrice Bergeron and the Boston Bruins for joining tonight. They have a great group. They have a great group of leaders there. And I can tell you one thing. This summer, that room got a lot better with Nick Foligno. It's an honor to share tonight with Nick in his welcome back to Columbus. Thank you to Boone Jenner, the Columbus Blue Jacket players, coach and staff. As Aaron pointed out earlier, I've sat through a few of these, and it's never fun to sit through them before a big game, so I really appreciate it, guys. I want to thank the McConnell family and the ownership partners. I truly believe that we have the right people in place as owners that will do whatever it takes to win a Stanley Cup in Columbus. John, thank you for Augusta. That is number one on my bucket list, and I am so grateful for that. I know Mr. Mack is up watching right now. He's sitting with my Nana, with Matthias Kivlenix, and John Christie. Mr. Mack always used to come in the room and ask why I had a little bit of dirt on my chin. So I'm sure he's turning to Kivy, JC, and Nana and saying, Rick couldn't be cleanly shaved for this event? Thank you, Mr. Mack, for all you've done, not only for the Blue Jackets, but for Columbus. Mike Priest has been here for a very long time, and he's been a fair leader ever since the day I met him. Mike, I just want to say a quick thank you for always supporting in me, always believing in me, not only as a player, but to bring me back in a front office position. Thank you. When I think about my next chapter in hockey and I look for a mentor, I didn't have to look very far. Jarmo Kekalainen is one of the best, hardest working GMs the NHL has. And I want Jarmo, it's been so much fun to learn off you, and not only professionally, but as a friend too. And I admire the work that you put in for this organization, and it's just fun to sit back and watch. Thank you. John Davidson, we kept missing each other. You came here, I left, I came back, you left, and now we're finally back together in the right spot. I can't think of a bigger hockey legend than John Davidson from all aspects, whether it's media, front office, or as a goalie. John, I'm so excited to be working with you now to try to bring a Stanley Cup to Columbus. The one thing that I missed the most when I retired was the camaraderie and having 25 brothers that I get to share my thoughts, my feelings with. It was a tough time right after retirement, and I want to say a quick thank you to Josh Flynn, Chris Clark, and Basil McRae. You guys brought me in and treated me as one of your own. Thank you. To the second hardest working GM in the business, Doug McLean. You are the reason I am standing here today. You put your name on the line to draft me, and I'll never forget that. It's amazing to think that when Doug started here, there was no arena. I'm sure there wasn't a logo or a team name. Think about the energy and excitement that Doug brought to this city and this organization to build the game of hockey. I remember one night where he brought that excitement down to the dressing room when I had my first NHL fight. It was right over there where that 61 is. And there was 3 minutes left in the period. So after I got my 5-minute major, I just went to the room to serve it. I went back into the trainer's room to watch the rest of the game. Next thing I know, I was hearing doors slam. It was Doug making a straight line for me. He said, "Nasher, never fight again. I pay guys to fight. It's not you." I don't know how he got down so fast from up there to back there. It was incredible. Thank you for being here, Doug. I had a coach for 1 year in New York, John Tortorella, and obviously Torts did a tremendous job here in Columbus. I feel like sometimes we forget the few coaches before him, especially this one, who validated the Columbus Blue Jackets as a true NHL playoff team, Ken Hitchcock. Hitch, I like the speech that you said because mine was right along the same lines. I can honestly say that you single-handedly changed my game. Before you got here, I was known to score goals, and that was it. I remember stepping off the plane in Colorado, and you pulled me aside right on the runway, and you said, "Nasher, what kind of player do you want to be? Are you just happy with scoring goals and not playing penalty kill, not being out there in the last minute of the game if we're up a goal?" And I committed myself to you right there and said I want to be the best complete player in the NHL. We worked at it, and I feel like we got there. You're a big reason why I'm standing here, Hitch. You had a huge influence on me, not only as a player, but as a leader too. So thank you for coming tonight. To the CBJ alumni here tonight, this banner doesn't represent just me. It represents all of us. All of us that wore the jerseys, or the jersey, all the teammates I had over the years, and especially one special one, Jody Shelley. Jody, you took an 18-year-old kid under your wing and protected him on the ice and off the ice. It doesn't go unnoticed what you do here, not only on TV, but for the community. And you are a true cornerstone of this organization. To mention a few other alumni that are here, Derek Dorsett, Jared Bowl. I guess I like hanging out with tough guys. It's weird. Pascal Leclerc, and finally, Aaron Johnson. Thank you for the kind words. I look at you four guys as teammates, but more importantly, as lifelong friends. Thank you, guys. Tonight, this banner represents a moment in CBJ history. It's the first one ever going up, and it's a huge deal for the organization. I feel like our staff and our workers are so excited about this, and we have a special few that have been here since day one. Jason Zupano, Mark Grenier, Kate Schumann, Jim Connolly, Dan Singleton, Mark Gregory, J.D. Kershaw, T.J. LaMandola, Todd Chirac, Julie Gamble, Jamie Healy, and one of the best equipment managers in the business, Timmy Leroy. To think of those workers here from day one, I truly hope that you guys feel the same pride of that banner going up tonight that I will. Joe Resnick, my agent, you have been with me in a working relationship since I was 14 years old. You've always wanted what's best for me and my family. That does not go unnoticed, and I'm happy you made the trip to come here tonight. A lot of my friends and family are here to celebrate this great moment. We got to celebrate it a bit last night, and I think some celebrated a little harder than others. I want you guys to know that you supported me, the person, not me, the hockey player. Thank you. To my mom, dad, and brother, it always wasn't easy. We had to work for everything we got. Whether it was working for a snowboard jacket or a new pair of glasses before I left for London, you always made sure to get it done. Playing minor hockey was expensive. You had to do bake sales, bingo nights, and whatever it took just to hit the money that it cost. I remember my dad telling me a story one time of him coming to see me play for the London Knights. He stopped at the gas station to fill up his car, knowing that he had no money to make it to London. He went inside and he handed him his guitar as collateral. He then went back next week when he could afford the gas and traded the guitar back for his gas. That's the stuff my parents went through in order for me to play hockey. And that's what makes nights like tonight so special. Jessica, my wife, I know I'm not the easiest person to live with. I want to thank you for giving up your career for my dreams. It means the world to me, and along the way, we've made a beautiful family. You've always picked me up when I've been down, and you truly are a huge piece of tonight. Most of all, you're a great mom, and that's what I love about you the most. To my kids, Mac, Ellie, and Finn. You guys probably won't remember this, but we can watch it on video as you get older. You guys are my life. You guys are my world. I hope tonight you can just think of what a young 18-year-old kid from Brampton did when he dreamed. He dreamed of being an NHL hockey player, and he got to live his dream out. I love you guys. That brings me to the most important people in the building tonight, the fifth line. You watched an 18-year-old kid grow up right in front of your eyes. You guys were very patient with me. There was a lot of ups and downs, but I'll tell you one thing. You guys made it easy to compete and work hard in a Blue Jacket jersey. This banner doesn't represent what I did, it represents what we did. My family and I are proud of the Columbus Blue Jackets. We're proud to live in Columbus, Ohio. I hope as you guys watch this banner go up to the rafters tonight, you can think about your favorite CBJ moments that you've spent with your family, friends, and loved ones. I am so humbled and so honored to lay 61 to rest right where it belongs beside Mr. Mack. Thank you.